Dick. Thank you, Dick and Kathy, and thank you all of you at Capitol for having me this morning. As Karen just introduced me, I feel I don't really need to introduce myself, except for a few of you coming into the room now. My name is Reverend Shana Lynngood. I am co-minister of the First Unitarian Church of Victoria, and delighted to be with you this morning to share in this worshipful experience. I'm going to begin by talking, this is the time for all ages. I don't see any young people, so I'm going to sort of assume this is a time for all ages because it's a time that reminds us that no matter where we are on the journey of life, there are stories, there are people, there are lives that beckon. And I'm going to speak this morning about a life that has beckoned to me since I moved to Canada 11 years ago and started learning some of the stories of the people who helped to shape this nation and its ongoing journey. And that person is Viola Desmond. I was intrigued by her because when I got here, she suddenly appeared on the $10 bill. And I thought, who is this woman of color? She must have been audacious. She must have been monumental. She must have been really important. And so we dug in, we learned a little bit about her, and then as often happens as a parent, you learn more about anything through your kids. And so we got a book for Demetrius about Viola Desmond's life story and learned more about her than we had known before. And I was really moved by her story, both because it was so simple and yet so profound. Here was a woman who in 1946 simply wanted to see a movie. Her car was being fixed. She was on her way to sell some of her hair care products in another part of Nova Scotia. She left her home in Halifax, got in her car. Her car started rumbling, grumbling. She pulled over in New Glasgow, Nova Scotia, had her car taken to the shop to be repaired and said, "Oh, look, there's a movie playing over there with one of my favorite stars, Olivia de Havilland. I'm going to go see it." She bought herself a ticket. She sat down on the main floor of the theater, prepared to watch the show, when the usher came in and told her, "Sorry, ma'am, you can't sit here. Your people are only allowed to sit in the balcony. You must move." And Viola Desmond said simply, "But I don't want to sit up there. I can't see as well from up there. I want to sit here, and I'm happy to pay the additional money to sit here. I tried to pay the additional money to sit here, and the ticket taker wouldn't do it. So no, I won't move." The usher left, got the manager tried to make her move. She would not be moved. Finally, the manager called the police and they dragged her, literally, physically dragged her out of the theater and put her in jail overnight for the crime of wanting to sit where she wanted to sit in the movie theater. And there began the changes, because she took her case to court and lost multiple times. And then finally, finally never actually won in her lifetime. But only after her death did the Premier of Nova Scotia pardon Viola Desmond, saying that she had actually not done anything wrong, that she had broken no law that should have ever existed, a law that separated her from everyone else. And so in this time, I think about all the people who have not only stood up for what they believed in, but sat down for what they believed in, who refused to be moved from what they knew to be right. And inspired by their stories, I wonder what we might do in this time to make them proud. May we be good to our ancestors like Viola, Desmond, so that they, were they to see us now, would be proud of how we are living our lives. So may it be. And amen.